You're probably wondering, why am I on the Online Safety Act? Well, because there are many problems with this. Many problems I don't like, and we're going to debate about this into this video today. So, what is the problem with this Online Safety Act? Well, I have many chapters in this video, and we're going to start with a few of them. Okay, and yes, I did use ChatGPT to search this up because it makes an easier format of showing how this is affecting the UK and everything else like that. Now, number one is the one problem that everyone else has, and it started a fucking hellfire at this point. But we're going to talk about this first. Now, it doesn't matter if we've almost hit 1 million signatures. Even I signed this. Doesn't even matter if you hit a million signatures of this. They're still not going to say yes to this. They're not going to repel this. They're not going to do this. What's the point? It's because the UK is becoming communist, and the unfortunate thing is, Labour are just letting this happen and just making this country a communist country. We don't have freedom of right, we don't have freedom of speech, we do not have freedom of anything. We do not have a freedom of the online either. Because unfortunately, this new Online Safety Act is supposedly to keep kids safe. And it's supposedly, meant to keep them safe online when, even though it's not. The reason why we got problems with it. One, porn sites. Yes, people that like to goon or also look at adult content or relieve themselves, they can't look at porn anymore because you have to upload a ID or face scan of your face or show your bank card details to them to prove that you're an adult. Now, this is stupid because, yes, things are going to come on my search bar. You can't even go on Rule 34 anymore. Look at this. Oh, fuck, shit. I forgot my VPN was still on. We'll get to this in a minute. But, as you can see, if I turn off my VPN, Guna TLDR, the site has been blocked. Basically because of the dumb government blocking the system, and unfortunately you can't even scan your ID. Now, we have stuff like Pornhub. You can't go on either. You have to check your age. Oh, that's great. I have to sign up with either Google or my X account. I'd love to sign up with my Google account, I'd love to sign up with my Gmail. Wonderful. Just to goon for a while. That's not also the main problem as well. There are many other problems as well that we're going to get into as well, like Reddit. Unfortunately, yes, even adult subreddits are also ID blocked. No, it does not just mean porn. It also means, unfortunately, if you're going through a rough time, suicidal thoughts, or also trying to need help with relationship problems. But unfortunately, you can't access these sites because they're all anonymous, they're all over 18, and unfortunately, you can't get onto it. What if you're a struggling child with suicidal thoughts and you need help? Where's the best place to go? Reddit. Not really, but they can try. But anyways, people might want to ask for advice from these subreddits who have also had problems, also suffering from depression and suicidal thoughts, but led to being, let's scan your face and ID just so you can have an anonymous post on thing. That defeats the fucking purpose of having an anonymous post if you're just gonna have to scan your face anyways. Blue Sky, I got affected by this. I can't even scan my fucking face on Blue Sky. It won't let me. It keeps determining I'm a child for some reason, even though I have a full-fledged fucking beard. Even though I have a beard and long-ass hair. Ah, yes, it's a child with a beard. Unfortunately, even Twitter, Discord, and Spotify. I'm mainly angry about Spotify. Spotify pisses me off. So, you can't listen to music, right? So now they're banning music. We're not only banning the freedom of gooning, freedom of needing suicidal help, social media, we're also going to ban fucking music. You have to have a photo or ID check your age. If there are any songs like Eminem that you listen to that have adult swearing in it, bad words, N-words, or any other racial slur or any slur in the universe, apparently you need to scan your ID now, which is fucking retarded. Because why do I need to scan my ID just so I can listen to music? So, my playlist, on my list, I have to, whichever one of these might be condoned as adult or banning, right? I got lucky at this one. This one's normally about suicide, alright? There's another one here about eating disorder. But, so I have to deal with my music being fucking taken down or getting rid of or having to be censored, because God forbid the UK does not like the fact that there are songs with the N-word in it, with other stuff in it that affects them apparently. Oh, God forbid, we've got to keep the kids safe. But you're allowed to play Cardi B singing about her pussy on the radio. Okay, that's perfectly fine. That makes sense. Yeah, that's perfect. We can have Cardi B singing about her pussy and fucking every man under the sun. But God forbid, we can't have music about that we enjoy. Music that we like. We can't have Eminem calling everyone a retard N-word and stuff like that. But God forbid, Cardi B, nah, that's fine. She can sing about her pussy and fucking men all she likes. I love the freedom that we have in the UK. We have such freedom. We have Grindr. I have no idea what the fuck Grindr is, but you can't use that app anymore. Xbox, yeah, it's come down to Xbox as well. Microsoft are also putting ID banners on their thing. So unfortunately, if you want to play GTA, or Detroit Become Human, or COD, you can't fucking do that anymore unless you give a third-party company your ID. Wonderful. I love giving my ID out. So you know what? Next time I go into my town centre, local area, I'm gonna walk up to a guy with my passport and just say, "Here, take my passport and do whatever the fuck you want with it, and then fuck me later and then rape me in my ass." Because that's basically what you're doing already by raping us all in our asses. Because God forbid we don't want to give people our ID, because these third-party companies would just sell them off to the highest bidder and also give them out to people. Because God forbid, you already give out your phone number, which is perfectly fine, because unfortunately you can just block the number and not pick up their fucking call. But what are you going to do when they actually start having your ID and they start doxing your ID and giving it out to people, and your name and your face and where you live? Imagine that. You have somebody rock up at your fucking house because it has your location on your fucking passport or your address or anything on your ID card, and you have some twat rocking up to your house, banging on your door going, "Do you want this? Do you want this? We're selling you this." And you're like, "No, fuck off." Because basically, even with your number, you have ID scamming calls that ring you up and like, "Yeah, we've got a job for you here. Call this number." And it's just a scamming number that grabs your information. So that's fun. Kids can't play Xbox games anymore, and yes, I know that it's fine. Yes, ban them from porn, but don't ban them from games. I don't see an issue here. This is a bit of a grey area, right? So the thing is, right, the reason why this is happening for is because parents aren't happy that their kids are playing violent games, looking at adult content, doing this, that, and the other. How about you do your fucking job and look after your kids? Why does it come down to the internet's fault? Why do we have to suffer because you can't fucking parent correct? Why is it the internet's fault because parents can't watch their own fucking kids and see what they're looking up? Why can't they watch over their kid's shoulder and go, "What is he looking at? I have a child, right, that's 11 years old. I wonder what I should do. Let him roam the internet through without asking him what he's doing. I'm not going to ask him what he's doing, what he's looking at. He can do whatever he likes. Then I'm going to blame the internet when something like my son kills himself or something bad happens or anything else like that. Because God forbid, it's the internet's fault, not the parents' fault that's doing this. No, it's not the parents' fault. It's apparently the internet's fault. We all have to be fucking slaves to the internet now due to the fact of because you can't watch your fucking kids because you're a lazy piece of shit that just sticks a fucking iPad in front of your son to make him go to sleep. Yeah, that's wonderful. I love having iPad kids fucking fuck us up because now, God forbid, they have a few issues on the internet and now they've seen a few adult content. That's now our fault. We all have to scan our fucking ID just to do shit. It gets a lot worse with this. Nexus mods. You've seen my Nexus videos. I've done one, but I will do some in the future one day if I feel like it. But the problem is, I can't do videos on that now because what if as like mods I can install because they're made for adults? I can't do that now because of this Online Safety Act. Roblox. The only thing I agree with Roblox actually is that it has an ID sense thing only just so you can't talk to them. They are putting the ID blockers on this, so it's only for kids who can't use the chat box. If you're under 13, you can't use the chat box. If you're over 13, you prove you're 18, fine. That's fine, you can use the chat box. This is the only thing I agree on. because it stops groomers and pedophiles and everything else like that from doing this shit. I'm going back to my point of the parents, actually. I didn't pick up on the rest of this shit, right? So, it's annoying that these parents always have to blame the adults for doing this and going, oh, it's their fault, they shouldn't be doing this, oh, we're going to ban the gooning rights, we're going to ban Reddit, we're going to ban Blue Sky, we're going to ban Discord, we're going to ban fucking music because we're Nazi fucking Germany, and we're going to ban everything because we're a communist fucking country that's also a fascist country in the mix of it, because God forbid that any of us actually want the freedom of right to actually do anything, or the freedom of right to actually play, watch, or do anything. They're already taking games down on Steam with a bunch of porn games. Fine, yes, I don't agree with all these porn games on Steam, but they got worse because they're trying to take down the fucking Detroit Become Human game on Steam. That's great. Oh, I love playing Detroit Become Human and actually being fucked in my ass because some parent has a complaint about it because, God forbid, there is one strip club in that game where Connor goes there and there's a fucking investigation going on. Oh, yeah, that's so fucking horribly wrong that there are robot strippers in the game that you can't even interact with. It's one part of the game out of fucking all of it. There's one part of it. Only one. But this doesn't also just come down to this. As well, another problem, Wikipedia. They refuse to implement the laws, and they are now legally be challenged because they're being fucking banned from using it. By the way, I can't play GTA 6 as well. This is another problem. Can't play GTA 6 anymore because they've also got the age lock on it. That's the thing. Age verification. There's now going to be age verification just to view the website of Rockstar or play GTA 6 online. I can't play GTA 6 online because parents can't watch their fucking kids for 20 minutes without sticking a fucking iPad in front of their face and actually going, oh, there, Timmy, go play whatever the fuck you want, and then I'll blame the internet later whenever I see content that I don't like. So now, just so I want to play GTA 6, I have to give him my ID and scan my ID and shit like that. Fine, the only people I'm fine giving my ID to is the fucking shop owner behind the retail place. That's the only person I'm going to be fine giving my ID back because he'll give it back. And he's not going to sell it to the highest fucking bidder on the company, is he? Because all these things are just going to be an issue in this world. It's going to cause a lot of problems. People have been waiting ages for this shit, and that's being pushed back to September because I can't play GTA 5 either. And I don't trust GTA with my fucking ID, because all you 40-year-olds could be like, well, actually, it's a safe idea to keep the kids safe. Fuck that! This is going to be a problem, because have you seen how many fucking hacked lobbies there are in GTA? So, even though GTA 5 has already gotten hacked, and has already had lobbies with modifiers in it that mod the shit out of the game and destroy it. Oh, and also, not to mention, right, these GTA 5 modders, right, have also managed to IP dox everyone. That's a great idea, Labour. Let's give GTA 5 my fucking ID just so I can play a funny little game. That's a great idea. I would love for my IP to be fucking doxed, wouldn't it? Because, as well, let's also put kids in danger as well. What if they click on a link that leads them to a website that gets their IP fucking doxed? You're really keeping them safe, because guess what? They're also banning fucking VPNs as well. I'm not even joking. I believe this. Somebody else that I know doesn't believe this. But literally, their VPNs are being banned, so not only you can't use them, and apparently if you get fined for using it, you will also be fined £47,000 for it, and also possibly go to jail. Don't know if that's true. Don't take my word on that. That's just something I've heard in the local news. But the thing is, right, as well, it's funny because you want to keep these kids safe, but you're banning people from using VPNs, which are designed to be safe. I use this because I have to bypass everything that you don't want me to fucking view. I use this to bypass everything. And this isn't a fucking sponsorship for NordVPN, because I don't use NordVPN, because I use fucking Kaspersky. So, as well, this is becoming a problem. Because now, as well, it's becoming a problem because we can't use VPNs to keep us safe, because they're designed to be safe. Not a sponsorship, I swear. And they're also designed to make sure you don't get IP banned, or IP fucking tracked, or whatever. Another problem I have with the UK Online Safety Act is, well, they're fucking YouTube. Yeah, they're fucking YouTube, because guess what? You now have to give over your ID just to either view content that's over 18 years old, aka my content, which are made for kids but also not made for kids. So basically anyone under the age of 13, 16 is fine to watch my content. But guess what? I have a viewership of 2.9 13 to 17 year old dudes. Yes, they shouldn't watch me, but I'm not going to complain, because basically the thing is I don't do anything that bad. I don't do sex. I don't do violence. All I do is swear in my videos. That's the only adult thing I do in my videos, is swear, word, and say retarded sometimes. So it's fine to watch it, but not suggested. 40% of my viewers are 18 years old. So that means I'm going to lose 40% of my viewers because they would have to give over their ID just to watch me. And I don't think they're going to do that. As much as these love my videos and watch my content, I don't think they're going to actually give over their ID to do this. This is the most retarded shit ever, because unfortunately 3% of my viewers come from the UK. US are fine. I'm going to be a bit fine, because eventually I'm just going to lose 3% of my viewers. But I'm still sad about that. I'm going to lose 3% of my viewers. I'm going to be upset about that those 3% can't watch my content anymore, because the UK is becoming a communist country which are fucking retarded and can't make decisions of their own, and thinking, maybe instead of actually solving the problems in the world, we're going to make them worse. Great idea. What did I think about that? Because the funny thing is that, what if this also affects LGBT community? What if they start getting censored? They've already started censoring protesting rights and other stuff like that about migrants and immigrants and stuff like that. That's already becoming a thing. So, I don't understand where this is going to stop. They've already fucking taken out Wikipedia, Xbox, YouTube, Discord, Blue Sky, many other programs online and stuff like that. But what's next? TV, shows, movies? What, am I going to be censored from watching adult programs and movies in the cinema now? Do I have to give over my ID to online companies that I want to watch, like Netflix? Do I have to give it over to Netflix? Do I have to give it over to Disney Plus? What's next? Because it's becoming a problem of, what if I can't post videos anymore because of this? Right, I've almost hit 1,000 subscribers. I only need 2 more subscribers just to actually start hitting AdSense and actually sharing my content and having you lot enjoy my content even more. This is the problem. I can't have my content ruined because of this government. And unfortunately, emotional talk here, right? The problem is that we aren't free anymore. There is no freedom of right. There is no freedom of speech anymore. This country is becoming communist. And unfortunately, we do not have the rights anymore to do anything we like. So, pretty much, we're just slaves. We are now becoming slaves to a corrupt government that is becoming this issue. And everyone's going, but why? But it seems fine. I think this is a problem. The problem is as well, is if you try and defend this and try and go, no, I don't like this law, apparently, you're a pedophile now. You are apparently a pedophile or a groomer, or you like kids, because apparently, God forbid, that you don't actually like the new Online Safety Act, and it affects your life in many ways and one, because it's not just affecting mine, it affects artists, it affects content creators, it affects everyone in the country who's in the UK who either makes art or who does stuff. The problem is as well, like, for some reason, it's come down to the fact of, we have to do this because the government says so, but it's not morally right. It's like, you could say, oh, someone started this, and it's not morally right, but unfortunately, you have to suffer and watch this happen. You could have somebody going, right, that guy over there is being beaten up, but unfortunately, we can't do anything about it. We just have to watch. We have to watch that guy get brutally beaten the shit out of and almost murdered because the government says so. Why should we stand for this? We shouldn't be standing for this at all. This is a matter of fact of that it's taken our freedom of right, and we are now becoming slaves. We're becoming slaves to the UK because we're just bending over backwards for them and saying, yeah, sure, we'll take this. We'll be fucked in our ass. I love being fucked, you know? You know, I would like to eat my dinner first before I get fucked in my ass. I would love to go to a movies and have a dinner date before I get fucked in my ass and raped by the government, man. Because I'm just losing words here, because I've been rambling on for a while, but, like, it's the matter of fact of just, it's, oh my god, it's crazy that we just don't have freedom anymore. We don't have freedom to see what we want, to content what we want, or to Google what we want. What if we Wikipedia, right, it does get banned? What if a child is learning about the Holocaust? Or the fucking French Revolution? They can't Google this shit anymore, because, unfortunately, the government has banned it because it's not deemed adult content worthy, or it's not child friendly. So, even history itself is being wiped and rewritten because the government doesn't want you seeing this, because God forbid they only give a shit about themselves. And you want proof on how I know they're only giving a shit about themselves? They're changing the fucking laws to 16 years old. You want to protect kids so much that you're actually changing the laws for yourself, because you know you're going to lose to reform, and you're going to lose to the reform party that badly that you are going to make 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds vote in the next general election. That's how bad they only give a fuck about themselves. Couldn't give a shit about the kids. They could say, fuck them kids, we don't care. We only care about their votes, because that's all that matters to us, is their fucking votes. Couldn't give a shit about them. I thought Labour were going to be great people, and I thought they were going to help the world. No, they've just morally fucked it even more. Because now this is getting a lot worse. And we are not slaves. We are not slaves to freedom. We are not slaves to the government.
We humans, we're all the same. Every last one of us. For some it's drinking. For some it's women. For some even religion. Family, the king, dreams, children, power. All of us had to spend our lives drunk on something, else we'd have no cause to keep pushing on. Everyone was a slave to something.
Free. We're never actually truly free. There is no such thing as true freedom. You lot can claim that yes, the UK is free. Yes, we're not in poverty, and no, we're not dealing with bad lives. But unfortunately, our lives are slowly becoming into slavery, and unfortunately, we are losing our will to freedom. We do not have freedom anymore. Freedom is something that we do not have anymore, because it is slowly being ripped away from us. The thing is are any of us actually truly free? That's the thing. With this Online Safety Act, I don't think any of us are truly free. None of us have a right. None of us have a freedom to what we want. We want freedom. We want to watch what we want, to have what we want, but we don't have that anymore. Labour is slowly taking it away from us. It's not even about the Online Safety Act anymore. They're also wanting Apple's encryption data, so that means they can see all your photos and also messages. And again, you will have people always going, yeah, but the government can always see what you're doing. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if what they can or can't see. Apple encryption data is important to people, and they want that. They want your freedom. They want your rights. They want everything. We are not truly free. We are being taken away from this freedom, and it doesn't matter how many people sign this petition for this freedom. But the question is, what does define adult content with games? That's the thing. Why should this government be in charge of telling us what is and what isn't adult content? For them, it's just something they don't like, because unfortunately people can keep complaining about this. So that's why I'm glad there's going to be a movement soon, and a protest on 13th of September 2025 for this, because this isn't freedom. This is just communism. This is just censorship of what they want to censor, because they don't like it, unfortunately. And they now have the rights to censor whatever they don't like. So if they don't like what people are saying, they can just censor us.